Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got an urgent report to share it with you. Right now, there is an unhinged, collated attack happening against anyone who supports Trump, who is a patriot, who is a conservative, who is a gun owner, who is a Christian, or is even may just consider themselves a Republican, more on the conservative side. There is an attack happening with mainstream media who is pushing a one-sided media propaganda biased news report that they're feeding to you on a daily basis. Everything they talk about is anti-Trump, is anti-America, and pro-New World Order and globalists. There is no more mainstream media feeding you anything legit anymore. And while they want to silence their opposition, and they're using organizations within the government, including members of Congress, members of the CIA, members of the FBI, in order to collate and have that individuals within all the different groups in order to out their opposition. Politically speaking, they don't want us to have any single voices, and they've ignited the internet kill switch, if you will, attempting to silence us altogether. You see, the media has a bias, and right now, they honestly, I think they've crossed the line where they don't even care if they have the amount of viewers that they need. I don't think they care if their viewerships drop and nobody's watching or nobody's actually following what they say. What they care about, in all honesty, it has become a propaganda machine. They want to control you. They want to control what you believe. They want to control what you think. And they're using not only mainstream media to do it, but Hollywood to do it. Every movie that I've seen lately has pushed the narrative of race baiting and race war. Whites against blacks, against immigrants, against all of this. Every Hollywood movie has hints of it. I even went and saw The Purge, and it was just this black on white race baiting thing throughout the movie. It's sickening. Where is the love between it all? But they're pushing this in order to ignite tensions here in America and get you thinking on the race narrative agenda versus anything politically. They want to do everything behind the closed doors. So the race baiting thing is a distraction. So these deep state members can do everything that they want to do. And quite frankly, they're feeding you bias. And everyone in there is biased. What they say isn't even legit anymore. They are officially a propaganda machine. Let me show you, first of all, this was put out by Politico. It's a poll. And this poll reveals 63 persons or members who are of the White House press corps. And they gave a survey to them to see what is their political affiliation. Well, of those, 37% said they're not registered to vote. 37% claim to be independent, though many of the names, if you see them listed below of that 37%, are very extreme leftist views. I'm talking socialist minded, so many of those are on the far left. Democrats were 16%. Republicans had one of the smallest numbers at 5%, and then other 5%. You see, there is something wrong with that picture. Do you see the media biased? When 5% of them are Republican, and that's it. The rest fall Democrat and on the left leaning for the most part. There is something seriously wrong with that picture when White House press corps consists mostly of Democrats and left leaning people. You see, there is no Democratic Party anymore. They're gone. They've been taken over by a media propaganda machine pushing a globalist agenda. And it's globalism versus nationalism. And I'm not talking nationalism like Hitler nationalism. I'm just talking about straight up love for your country and wanting your country to succeed. They don't want that. They want a globalist order. But you see, they're not the only ones biased. The media is not the only one. How about the FBI, the CIA, social media, Facebook, Google, all of them? Check out this report. This is from the Daily Caller, put out February 2018. Exclusive, YouTube secretly using Southern Poverty Law Center to police videos. Here's another from Fox News, put out July 28th, 2018. GOP lawmakers want answers on FBI's alleged Southern Poverty Law Center ties. Who is the Southern Poverty Law Center? A far left extremist organizations that pay Christians as hate groups, and they're in bed with, in league with the FBI, the CIA, Facebook, YouTube, and the like. Why? Here's just a piece of some of the people that they call extremism. On the screen, you see Family Research Council. This is just a Christian group who believes in marriage between a man and a woman. Or how about David Barton, a Christian historian they've labeled as an extremist? I've watched all of his videos. Nothing wrong. He just says we're founded on Christian principles. Or how about Pamela Geller, a writer for Breitbart News? Or how about Alex Jones? You see, these are the kind of people that they're painting as the bad guys simply because they have political voices that are in opposition to the leftist agenda. And they're the ones working with the FBI. They're the ones working with the social media conglomerates. There's a problem. Every day, I get new information about these attacks and how they're upping daily. You see, agencies like Media Matters pays hundreds of thousands of people to harass our sponsors, like my sponsor here, Virtual Shield. It is one of my sponsors. Love them. But they harass them and say, why do you partner with extremists? We're not extremists. We just love the heck out of our country and we want it to do good and we want our freedom of the internet. But they go and they harass and they harass Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, Google, YouTube, and say, if you don't take off these videos in bulk, but they allow all the leftist videos to stay. And so we have this conglomerate, coordinated effort to get us off the air. And just the other day, InfoWars announced that their Facebook had a 30-day ban on it. I've had that twice already. 30-day ban. Because they didn't like talking or saying things about Syria, about the refugee crisis. These are kinds of things they ban you for because they have a political agenda. You see, the left wants them in for votes because they don't have enough of the American vote. But they want to silence you in the process. They're using Hollywood. They're using mainstream media. And the mainstream media doesn't even care anymore if you're watching or what their numbers look like. They're paid to be a propaganda machine. They're not paid to give you entertainment. Hollywood is also in that conglomerate, and they've formed into this one-side-driven agenda where they paint the NRA as a bad guy, where they paint nationalism as a bad guy, even though it's not anything like Hitler's nationalism. But they paint things like socialism and communism as a good guy because socialism accomplishes their agenda. Look to Venezuela. Look to how bad it is there. That's where socialism leaves you, a government in control of its people. I don't want that. The founding fathers here in America didn't want that. The good news is we're making headway. Check this out. This is a Gallup poll that was put out recently in 2018, but Americans see more news biased. Most can't even name a neutral source because the neutral source doesn't exist. It goes on to report that 45% of Americans see a bias in the news. There is, 100%. But we got to start taking action on it. Yeah, we got to ignore them, but start waking up people to the alternative news channels. I'm sick and tired of seeing brainwashing happen in our colleges, in our schools, in our media, and in Hollywood. Please teach everyone you know about propaganda, how they use it. They've used it in Russia. They use it in China, and they've already admitted to using it here. I've played clips from the former editor-in-chief of Time magazine saying they absolutely do it. Anyhow, wanted to bring you the latest on all of that. Again, none of this would be possible without my partners here that help keep me on air. And I don't partner with anyone I don't believe in or I absolutely adore their products, but Virtual Shield, hidewithlisa.com is where you can get a significant discount. And if you buy the 1-year package for a VPN, which basically scrambles your IP address so nobody knows where you're Googling, it's nobody's business what you Google, and they help you do that. They toss your information daily. But if you sign up for the 1 year, then you get free IdentiSafe for Microsoft users there. And that's basically, it'll distort your cameras and mics from anyone listening in. Anyhow, wanted to bring you all the latest. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.